Is the DeLorean mod for BeamNG Drive any good? Let's find out. Hey everybody, and welcome back to BeamNG Drive. So in this video we're going to be checking out the DMC DeLorean mod made by the one and only Lucas B. So before we start messing around and checking out the cool features of this car, let me give you a little disclaimer. This mod is still a work in progress, so there might be some things that could change in the future, and on top of that, it's not available to download in the repository just yet. But don't worry, if you want to try it, which, by the way, I recommend you do, the download link is in the description. So yeah, before we start, make sure to subscribe and all that crap, and yeah, let's get into it. So let's begin with the fact that this is not a bootleg mod. This mod was built from the ground up, including the engine, the sounds, and the entire body of the car by Lucas B himself, and it's pretty high quality. No mesh slaps or any other shit like that. The interior is also very well made, as you can clearly see. Taking a look around, there's a very detailed center console. We're currently off-road. Nice. But yeah, as you can see, it's pretty nicely detailed. I don't think it's finished. There are some things that need some polish, but overall, it's looking pretty great. Where the f are we? What's going on? So after that horrendous crash, as you can see, the car is pretty badly deformed. Well, if you didn't know, the original DeLorean wasn't so resistant either. So yeah, there's also room for improvement in the deformation, but it's not bad. So we now know that this is a very well made mod, but how does it drive? So I'm not the best person you could ask this question to, since I'm terrible at driving, but this actually drives pretty well. So if you didn't know, DeLoreans, they're pretty cool cars, they look pretty nice, but they are not good cars. They're everything else but safe, they're not very powerful, and they're not well engineered. And yeah, this is replicated pretty well in BeamNG. It's kind of a death trap. So I think it has an open differential, but this boy drifts, and look at that! The doors open and the lights turn on. Damn. So the steering is kind of broken now, but I want to drive like this. This is so fancy. So yeah, it does drift. One thing though, the steering is kind of snappy for some reason. This might be my fault. I think I tuned my controller wrong after reinstalling the game, so yeah, I don't know. So the car itself is pretty good. It drives in a realistic way, but are there other configurations? The answer to this question is yes. First of all though, does it do burnouts? Let's find out. That was the most pathetic burnout I've ever seen. So the car we were driving before was the base model with a manual transmission and a 6-cylinder engine, but the one we're driving now is a bit more special. This is the European version of the DeLorean, and yeah, it's very European. So starting from the back, damn, this is kind of thick, not gonna lie. Anyways, as you can see, we've got a wider license plate, as we do have in Europe. But if you look at the bottom left, you'll see a stupid little red reflector. European laws. Nice. It also sits lower to the ground, making it a bit better to drive, and it also has a front license plate, because Europe. But from here on, the configs get a little more interesting. Nice. So this here is the race configuration for the DeLorean. So this thing has a carbureted intake, pretty nice, and it does feel a bit snappier than the normal one. It also has pretty nice racing wheels, they look cool, they have text, and yeah, they add about 50 horsepower. As for driving, yeah, it feels a bit grippier. It was a pretty sick jump, not gonna lie. Shit. And yeah, it's a lot more stable than the normal one. Next up, we have the turbo variant. This one is pretty cool. It might be my favorite actually. And it's also pretty quick. Oh man. But yeah, Spoolie boy, go bruh, and pop pop. and crash. We actually get a nice look at the front here. Pretty cool. And finally, we have the V8 swapped DeLorean with a 4.5 litre V8. Damn the power! I actually spilled my microphone. Shit. Man, even my monitor's dirty. I'm getting too excited here. So this boy isn't actually that powerful. It only has 280 horsepower, but it sounds so good. You feel you're going faster than you actually are. But you guys are probably wondering... But as I was saying before I crashed, you guys are wondering what happens when you reach 88 miles per hour. Unfortunately, I've got kilometers per hour, so I guess we'll never know. But anyways, jokes aside, Lucas is actually working on a Back to the Future configuration, which is awesome, and the cool thing is that it can actually time travel when you hit 88 miles per hour. I can't wait to try that. Clearly, it's still not finished, there are some things that have to be tweaked and added to it, but as it is right now, I have no problems recommending it. So yeah, it's pretty good. Lucas, great job. I can't wait to see the Back to the Future version. And yeah, with all this being done, consider subscribing and also becoming a channel member to unlock some special perks. And yeah, guess we'll see you soon.